That brings us to encircling arms. This is like tackle techniques in orange belt. It's similar, but it does have its nuances that make it, its own technique. Basically, before we did a step back, stiff arm, and hammer fist for tackle techniques. Our foot ended up at about 530, slightly behind this foot. So I'm in a good horse stance here as I deliver that hammer fist. In this technique, instead of delivering the stiff arm, this is like a stiff arm chop. It's a chop that hits and sticks the opponent's neck area here, maybe the side of the head or whatever. We want to kind of guide him away from us anyway. So as I step back now, instead of stepping behind my foot, I'm actually going to kind of sidestep out a little bit this way as that chop kind of hits and deflects him out away from me. So I'm more at about 430. It's instead of being step here and kind of turn here, it's more like shooting back this way. This chop comes down and through the neck. And notice I'm in kind of a horse stance for stability here. If it does run into me, I've got something to bounce into. And then the last chop comes here. So we're using all three chops. One that hits and sticks, one that hits and goes through, and one that hits and comes back. Like so. The B version. As I step back, I start to deflect him further away from me. I'm going to follow the side kick. The side kick being the variation of kick that allows me to kick the furthest at 90 degrees. So we'll go with that. Could be whatever kick you want. It could be a stomp if it's close enough. The C version. I step back, I lock this in, I come around with this, but he starts to make progress as he's kind of wrapping me. I want to kind of turn like locking arm and try to crank that arm if I can. And then come back with the knee and hammer fist. I'm not as big a fan with this one just because I understand the timing of the tackle. It should be very hard to time. The D version, however, works really good. That is basically he is on top of me. I have no time to drop any kind of chops or stops. I'm going to step back, turn and get to a base. As he wraps up on me, I'm going to crank his arm and come back with the knee and hammer fist this way. If you can't turn back, as you do this, there's a move called a wizard that can basically turn him into. It's just a throw in the same direction as opposed to stop and go. Right here, it's kind of like turn, stop, and then go back this way, where the other one, we just kind of take you and just throw you over that way. So it's a little different move. We'll get to that.
And Jap Wizard was a wrestling throw to the arm.
Yes. It's similar to that. Because you can do a wizard, you can go over the arm, you can go under the arm. In this case, we're over the arm. So it's similar, like I said.